So Ghost Rider for me was really meh, and it surprises me that it was really meh because I heard a lot of good stuff about this, and the idea that this daredevil biking madman turns into a Ghost Rider after selling his soul to the devil and now has to become a bounty hunter because he sold his soul to help to protect his dad from this deadly cancer that he had, and this helped to cure him, but the devil killed him anyways, and it was like, oh my god, what have I done? So I sold to the devil, and now I've got to be his own personal bounty hunter. And I love that. The story sounded fantastic, but the execution was more like Black Adam, and that, my friend, is not good enough.
Tell him the man in black sent you.
And look, the idea for both of those movies should have worked on paper. But for whatever reason, the characters, the storytelling just didn't come together how they should have done. I think that the only reason that this movie is somewhat watchable is probably Nick Cage, I'm not going to lie. I think he did his best to try to make this movie somewhat entertaining for Marvel fans and superhero fans, but I just think that the movie had too many plot holes. The plot just seemed to be written by Netflix writers. It just didn't gel well at all. There was just something off about it. And I find that with a lot of these other early thousands Marvel movies that I've watched lately, it just feels like they dropped the ball on a few of them. They hit success with the Spider-Man franchise and the X-Men movies, but there's a few in there that just seem to really drop the ball, and the movies could have been 10 times better, especially with the backstory of this movie as well. The backstory that we mentioned earlier is one of the best backstories for a Marvel character that you're ever going to hear. That's up there, in my opinion, with the backstory of Spider-Man. Why didn't it reach the Spider-Man levels? Because the writing was just not good enough.
They love me.
And that's why, for me, right, if they do bring Ghost Rider into the MCU, I don't think they're going to fuck it up. Because surely it can't be as bad as this version that they have in the MCU. And I think that they can transform this character into something on the bigger screen, whether they go with Nick Cage or somebody else. I think they've really got to bring this character in because this movie just isn't good enough for this great character in the Marvel Universe. And in all fairness, the only other good stuff about this movie were the fight scenes. The fight scenes seemed quite interesting and exciting, but we didn't see enough of them. Especially when Blackheart came in, it just looked like Blackheart just kicked his ass. And I get it, he's meant to be shown as a powerful supervillain, but it just didn't seem like we saw enough of what this guy could do in this short space of time. And also on Blackheart as a villain, I think that he was largely forgettable. I can't even remember what he looks like. And for me, I don't think he was crazily that great as a villain. I think, yes, he threw a few punches Ghost Rider's way and felt like a decent threat for Ghost Rider, but not to the point where he was like, oh my god, this guy looks undefeatable. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, where did they get this villain from? It more felt like, okay, this is a villain. This is a normal Marvel villain, and we know that Ghost Rider's going to steamroll him towards the back end of it, come back, beat him, and then free his soul. What happens? Exactly that. So it's just one of those for me where, as much I enjoyed parts of that movie, I think that it was a large letdown through the majority of the film, and they really had the chance to hit a home run with this one. But in fact, they just dropped the ball massively with this potentially good idea. Before we jump back into this video, guys, please do us a massive favour and smash that subscribe button, because you do not want to miss a thing this week, next week, and the week after, because we've got tons and tons of content planned for you guys, and you can do us a massive favour by smashing that subscribe button, joining the community, getting updates to all the latest videos from the YouTube shorts to the actual videos. It is well worth it, completely free, and you will not regret it. So to summarise Ghost Rider then, for me, I think I might be being a bit generous with this, but I think I'm going to give it a 6.1 out of 10, an average film. Again, I don't think this is the worst movie I've ever seen or superhero movie I've ever seen, and there's a lot of things that could be changed about this film, but it's just really average. That's the really big thing I've got about this. It's just really average, and I do think they dropped the ball on it, but there were some interesting things that we mentioned. So yeah, 6.1 out of 10 is my rating. Let us know your ratings down in the comments down below, and let us know, was it any good? Was it bad? Was it terrible? Was it amazing? Let us know all that jazz down those comments down below. And if you haven't yet seen our Captain America Brave New World movie review, check that out right now.